acting FDA, Dr. Maria Teresa Coinigo, Director General of PITAC. Welcome. Dr. Joselito Feliciano, Philippine National AIDS Council. Welcome. Attorney Rosalina Bascao, National Nutrition Council. Congrats for the award mentioned. Baka iba sa inyo may award. Iyabang nyo na lang pag tinawag kayo. Yun lang ang binanggit ni Secretary. Dr. Avelino Aventura from the Heart Center. Welcome, sir. Dr. Jubert Benedicto, Lung Center. Welcome. Dr. Dante Datur and NKTI. Welcome. Mr. Amir Gamana, DOH Audit. Special pa siya. So, siguro may tanong tayo dun sa audit. Yun na ba yun? I didn't forget anyone. Oo nga, ba't si PCMC wala sa listahan ko? Did I miss that? Wala, kasalanan ng staff ko yan. Dr. Cecilia Gan. Hello, welcome, ma'am. So anyway, based on our rules, the officers can take the floor first. Our chairperson said he will listen first and like me will ask his questions later. So Senator Risa, you have the floor, followed by Senator JV, and then Senator Tulfo, and then Senator Aquino, provided that there's no other officer that arrives. So Senator Risa, you have the floor. Roughly 5 minutes. I'm quite lenient and you're the chairperson. So dagdagan naman natin yung bagong chairperson natin. Gawin natin 7 minutes. Tapos hindi naman ako nagbibilang. Yung sa last hearing natin, ikaw pa nagtanong sa akin kung may extra time. Sabi ko, di naman ako nagbibilang. But just in the interest of accommodating everyone, that's the only reason why we have these time limits. Go ahead, Senator Risa Ontiveros, our chairperson of the Committee on Health.
Madam Chair, thanks so much para sa extra rice. I'd like to raise questions related to budget items, first under the DOH and then maybe in my second round under PhilHealth. So una po sa Cebu Quake Emergency Response. Madam Chair, my heart goes out talaga po with prayers to all those affected by the Cebu earthquake, including in the provinces beyond Cebu province. As we respond, let's prioritize immediate medical aid, mental health support, and access to essential services to help families rebuild and heal. We stand with you, no, ating mga kababayan. Your health and safety are our utmost concern as we deliberate on DOH and PhilHealth's budget today. So, in light of that recent earthquake centered in Cebu, may I ask, Secretary, ano po yung agarang tulong na maibibigay ng DOH sa mga health facilities natin na nasira?
So, actually, ang Health Emergency Management Bureau, which is one of the line items in the DOH OSEC budget, has what's called a QRF. We're one of the few agencies with a quick release fund. So DSWD, I think Defense and us have the QRF. So the QRF is, I think, half a billion, 500 million. And what we use it for occasions like this. But unfortunately, may limit siya. Kasi the QRF, parang, it can be used for emergency purchase, like yung sa Masbate, tumawag yung president, nasira yung mga medical equipment. Pinapa-emergency purchase ko para magkaroon ng monitoring devices and matuloy yung services sa hospital ng Provincial Hospital of Masbate. And then we also use for the commodities or medicines, like I'm sure, because it's an earthquake in Bogo, there will be many fractures kasi nag-collapse yung roof. So, mangangailangan po yan, Senator, ng mga bakal, operasyon. So, I've actually asked our PhilHealth president to issue a similar issuance that we issued during Typhoon Haiyan, wherein all of these patients will be covered on a no-balance billing with PhilHealth para pati yung mga casualties sa earthquake makapunta sa private hospital and then matreat sila. And then depending on the reports, what happens in a massive earthquake or like Typhoon Haiyan magnitude is that we can take over, the DOH is mandated by law to be able to take over all health facilities in the area to operate it. Ginawa po natin to for 6 months in Typhoon Haiyan. So we'll look at Bogo, if the hirap na hirap talaga yung LGU, ito take over namin yung provincial and then we will get our teams from the 83 hospitals to help support essential services. We'll also, now that you reminded me, I will be sending and deploying mental health psychosocial team from our National Center for Mental Health. Meron na kaming specific team na mapapadala. So, the key is mobilizing them. Yun ang mahirap, ma'am. Sometimes we have to coordinate with the Office of Civil Defense, who coordinates the C-130 that will bring our team there. But the resources are available. We also have a stockpile for health emergency it's based in Pampanga, in Clark. So we have a stockpile of all the medicines needed for the common disasters we see every year. And then we have parang framework contracts with some suppliers para mabilis agad meron supplies ng mga medicines na common after each. Meron kaming unique eh. Things you need for earthquake are different from things you need after a flood. Yung mga earthquake, more of surgeons and wounds. Yung sa floods, more of mga infectious diseases and all that stuff. So yung packaging magkaiba. But definitely, yung floods, mga water, sanitation. And then, mostly mabilis lang siya. Ang problem namin in an earthquake is if damage ang mga houses and buildings, matagal sila sa evacuation center. Kasi housing has to build muna temporary housing before they can return. So nasa temporary shelter yung mga nasiraan ng bahay. So ito yung mga unique problems namin based on the earthquake. Malakas ma'am 6.7 intensity and Bogo that's almost 7. That's almost probably 7 in there. So yung church, nakita ko yung video, bumagsak yung nung church eh. So, and then itong madaming casualty is an ongoing basketball game. Parang sa gym. Bumagsak yung roof ng gym. Yun namang major summary ng nasanay na ang DOH because together with DSWD, we're with the Office of Civil Defense in response. So food and shelter ang DSWD, medicines and healthcare and psychosocial support ang Department of Health.
Maraming salamat, Sec. Kahit sabi nyo summary lang, medyo extensive na rin. And although heavy on the short term, at least naglalatag na rin ng parang medium term responses, either for or in partnership with the local health facilities. So lalo na po yung sinabi nyo, medicine, equipment, ito out of your quick response fund, commodities, even I think I heard you say something about beginning to repair roof of health facilities that fell. Malaking bagay po yung immediate na partnership nyo with PhilHealth na ma-extend yung ZBB pati sa mga private facilities. And also interesting yung sabi nyo ginawa nyo starting from Yolanda na pwede kayong mag-take over ng facilities for 6 months as needed para i-assist yung local facility to really get back on their feet again. And yung essential services in partnership with 83 other hospitals, mental health, salamat sa pagbibigay agarang pansin na rin doon. So psychosocial support with OCD, the transportation, air transportation, yung access sa stockpile sa Clark, including the medicines, and also the medicines from yung ka-contract, ka-framework contract suppliers ninyo, surgeons. You mentioned matagal sa evacuation centers pag post-earthquake. So I hope DOH is also maximizing yung partnership with DSUD or other housing key shelter agencies within the OCD network aside from DSWD. So para po ma-optimize yung impact ng buong menu na ito ng agarang tulong sa health facilities, meron na po ba kayong initial assessment at bukod dito sa QRF, may naka-allocate na po bang pondo for additional emergency repairs or temporary health service continuity in addition to what you already said? At what other contingency mechanisms does DOH have in place? And most importantly, reflected na po ba sa budget na ito?
So meron kami, usually for the initial response, MOOE ng hospitals ang ginamit. When I made Vicente Soto, Cebu South, and Eversley respond early this morning, they used their own MOOE muna. And then, sabi ko kung anong kailangan, yun na yung i-release. We will tap the QRF fund. So as of now, and then we also had a message from Secretary Pangandaman for the agencies kung maubos yung QRF, pwede daw kami mag-request ng additional. So as of now, our remaining, we have allocated 200 from 2024, 300 from 2025, Pero sa dami ng mga nakaraang mga disaster at calamity, 166 million na lang po yung nasa QRF na magagamit ko ngayon dito sa two responses na kailangan natin, yung sa Masbate at sa Bogo. So malamang maghihingi ako kay Secretary Pangandaman ng additional, especially for Bogo, because mukhang matindi yung allocation doon.
Madam Chair, with the indulgence
Yes,
of,
yes, Mr. Madam Chair, Senator
just
Erwin
want
would like to
interject
interject.
with the indulgence of Senator
Yes, Madam Chair.
Dr. Erbosa, may mga kumakalat po sa social media yung mga bangkay ng mga namatay sa Bugo na sa harap ng ospital. Parang hindi ko maganda tignan no yata. Baka pwedeng pakisabihan po yung mga hospitals nito not to display those body bags. Ano pong gagawin na? Bakit po kailangan pang ilagay sa harap ng ospital yung mga body bags? Alam ko hong mga nire-retrieve pero baka pwede naman ho, not in full view of the public naman po siguro. Baka pwede pagsabihan natin sila na itago-tago po at paano. Ano po? Mas maganda siguro yun, Sec.
Of course, ma-affect ang mental health ng ating mga victims doon sa area when they see. Usually, we allocate a morgue that is far away from all the response. Pero kailangan din kasi they're all together kasi maraming naghahanap ng relatives nila. For example, may basketball game or gym. If the victim is unidentified, madaming relatives na humahanap. So they all put together in a morgue-like place. Kita ko yung picture na sinasabi nyo, nandun sa harap ng all the body bags. They're all covered naman. The cadavers are covered, but they're also put there for the purpose of looking for missing persons. You look for the missing persons in the evacuation center, then you look for them in the morgue. So magpapa-allocate tayo ng special area na hidden. I agree.
Thank you, Secretary. Thank you, Senator Ontiveros. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Erwin and Madam Chair. Opo, I also received those photos from my political officer of the Visayas who was there early this morning. So, and bate po sa initial assessment nyo, Sec, how much more in additional request will you be making to the DBM?
I will wait for what we call an early, quick and dirty assessment of the situation. Usually we're able to do that within 24 hours. Anyway, meron pa namang pera. We'll use whatever money we have. But based on how prolonged the evacuation will be, the displacement of our citizens will be, then we will need to support. That have been added. There will also have an incoming storm, Paulo. I hope it's not in the same areas where we already have disasters, because that's a double whammy. So this is climate change. Sunod-sunod yung ating typhoon. So I do hope hindi dun sa same area para hindi makadagdag.
I really hope so too, Sec. We all do. Kasi talagang napipilitan talaga kailangan mag-step up yung buong OCD and with DOH in there. Sige po, ngayon, sumisigaw pansin ang headline ng Philippine Daily Inquirer. 400 out of 600 health centers of DOH unused. So, may I know po, how do we justify spending billions on health centers when 400 out of 600 remain idle? Isn't it a failure of planning that we built hundreds of facilities without pa pala doctors, nurses, or equipment to run them? And who is accountable?
Thank you very much for this. In 1992, we devolved healthcare. So, all the health centers were under the Department of Health. So, kami nag-staff ng tao dyan, ng barangay health worker, ng midwife, and everything. But after the local government code was passed, the health centers were passed on to the municipal mayors. And it has been a practice for the past several years to actually support that through a budget in the DOH. So, nalalagay ng ating mga legislators yan. That's a list I get. Sometimes I agree, not planned, but out of they are built, and then eventually what happens is we sign an MOU with the local chief executive, not the congressman, the local chief executive. The local chief executive will agree to the fund that after it is finished, they will hire doctors, nurses, midwives. And our study of the past 10 years. 10 years naman, ma'am, yung nasa headline na yan. So, hindi naman yan 1 year. 10 years of support, about 200 billion pesos of funds to what we call primary healthcare centers, barangay health station, rural health unit, malaki na rin after you accumulate 10 years. Sabi ko nga, 10 ospital na